Be cool if this like faded into an actual window and it was there. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, it does! Oh, it does! Now, first of all, I gotta say a big thanks to Coatsink and everyone over there for providing me with a game key for Jurassic World Aftermath on the PSVR2. And there's a reason that I asked for one, and that's because I love Jurassic World, and I think that's where I start with this overview of the game. I've played through all of it, and being in Jurassic World, even though the scope is very limited of this game because it is a Quest 2 game originally, is pretty magical. You're going around mostly the behind the scenes areas of Jurassic World. You see glimpses of the main island with the vegetation and the big areas, but overall you're just in basically the back rooms of Jurassic World, and I think that is just because of technical limitations. Even with that though, they capture the feeling of the park with loads of little references and Easter eggs and nods to the main films, the companies that are within those films, and the characters. Going around the engineering and biolab sections and the recycling sections and even Masrani's vault and seeing all the little nods to the Jurassic Park and World movies, it really rewards a fan like myself, and I appreciate that. It's clear that these devs cared. This is cool, look at this. Nice. I like this, it's one of my favourite part of the game so far, this little area. Look at that. However, a nice setting like this, even though it is limited in scope, would be useless without a gameplay loop, and luckily there is one. And the gameplay loop of this is essentially Alien Isolation, but with velociraptors. Oh good. Oh wonderful. Oh wonderful. I'm sure I won't need those, will I? Ah! You're going around these small enclosed areas, getting items and accessing areas until you can escape, while being hunted down by the raptors and various other dinosaurs and other segments. The actual story of the game pushes you forward to do so as you're being talked to in your ear by a companion that's stuck in another part of the park, because you've come into the park to retrieve something and escape, and your instructions are given to you through your earpiece. Your character never speaks, you don't have a voice, and to be honest, I'm okay with that. Even though the dialogue was a little grating sometimes, the cameos from certain characters, a certain Jeff Goldblum, in voice to be fair, not in the flesh, but just hearing those voices did make up for it, and to be honest, the main dialogue of the game from your companion in your earpiece ranged from, at worst, having me say shut up, and at best, was actually pretty engaging, especially towards the end. The story actually becomes quite interesting later on, and it ends on quite a nice note, so I appreciate that. I understand you can't have Half-Life Alyx levels of interaction with characters, so you never actually see another human, but you do have plenty of audio interaction with other characters throughout the game.
Isolation and live trials. We recently hatched a subject with elevated mesotocin, the social hormone. The AV tests are going well.
Which lunatic with a god complex sold you on that idea?
You did. The fractal emergence.
That's strange. I thought I wrote that in English.
Hey, genomic interdependence is like any non-linear system.
That's the one funny thing in the whole game. Now, of course, as I mentioned, this game is essentially Alien Isolation, but with dinosaurs, and that carries through to the hiding mechanics and the stealth mechanics. For about 80% of the playtime, I'd say, you have raptors hunting you down as you try and do these tasks around the different parts of Jurassic World, and if they catch on to you, you can go and hide in lockers under desks. What I don't like is the amount of lockers.
Stop.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Get in now.
Nope. They can't hear, there's no like mic thing, is there?
Don't.
I want to open it, I want to say hi. It's quite a big dude. You can try and distract them with things like speakers, radios, and TVs throughout the game. No, fuck. Turn that on. And we back up through here. And overall, it's a game of cat and mouse, with them trying to hunt you down and track you down through sight and sound, and you trying to distract them and make your way around them. To be honest, the raptors aren't the biggest challenge in the world, but their AI is pretty good, and I can see why they were kind of plastered all over the game. They're the main enemy you face because they're the most malleable to the player. You can put them in a lot of situations to give the player more tension, and you can just do a lot more with velociraptors than other creatures, and I understand that, but it would be nice to have a little more variety. The other 20% is made up of a Dilophosaurus segment, which is really cool in the dark with a flashlight attached to your hand.
God damn it, PSVR2, why are your blacks actually black? I don't want to be you. Oh, fuck you. Boom! Ah, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh!
A T-Rex segment where you have to not move, otherwise you die. Really appreciated that one. That was really cool and actually pretty terrifying because the thing is huge.
Oh my, oh god. Am I gonna get munched? I wanna get eaten. Eat me! No.
A pterosaur segment, which is just kind of PTSD inducing because they're lunging at you. And a couple of herbivore segments when the game slows down and the music kicks in, and it's actually pretty lovely.
Oh, look at that, man. I mean, I'll turn on the power, but will that stop the moment? Okay, nah, it's still going.
Maybe it's still on the land.
That's a big fella.
Try using the VI assist.
Just wanna stand here for a minute. It's quite far away, though. Look at that. That's a dinosaur, dude.
Almost there, Sam. See that shutter?
What's up, bro? That's cool, dude. God, the sound design's so good in this game.
But yeah, as much as I love the raptors as an enemy, I was very much happy to get away from them when the credits rolled because you get a lot of them. There are certain areas where you think you're safe and you hear a raptor sound and you think, oh shit, here we go again. And that is kind of a problem at points. They're overused, but I understand why. It just kind of sucks that we couldn't have more variety, but I get it. Especially with this being originally a quest game, you can't really have a massive T-Rex chase or something like that, or a mosasaur encounter, because it would just be too taxing on the smaller headset. Same for the environments, they're nice, but they're not massive and expansive, and you can't see the main park because of the technical limitations of the headset that this game was originally designed for. And that kind of leads into the visuals as well. It looks very cel-shaded, and that's the look the game's going for, and originally I hated it. I gotta be honest, I absolutely hated it. But as the game progressed, it really grew on me. I think the game uses it well, and especially with the small scale it's going for with the environments, it never feels like the art style is being stretched out too thin or looks inconsistent, and it's solid all the way through. Sure, it might be simplistic, and it's not the best looking game on PSVR2, but it works. And some visual choices later on, like some velociraptors that are bioluminescent, are really cool, and also the game uses the blacks of the PSVR2 to its advantage in a lot of areas. In the pitch black, you can't see anything, and it's really tense. So, visual style gets a thumbs up from me, even though it was a thumbs down originally. It really grew on me. But where the game really excels is its sound design. It's very terrifying, and it does remind me of Alien Isolation with the xenomorphs, because you can hear the raptor clicks and taps of the sickle claw in the distance. Their footsteps, especially with the Pulse headphones going around you, are amazing. The roars of the T-Rex are incredibly loud. Everything just comes together with the sound design.
Oh, oh look.
Hey, I'm stuck.
Oh shit. Well, he's about to not be alive, I feel. Am I gonna see it? Oh, I felt that in the head haptics. Hey, that rumbles everything. The hands, the headset, that's so sick.
That is probably the most terrifying point of the game. Even though getting lunged at by a raptor is pretty scary the first time, after you die a couple of times, you just get used to it. But the sound design, I never really did. It's anxiety inducing, and in a good way.
We shall keep going. Fucking Christ, okay. It's just having like a long xenomorph trying to kill you. What the fuck is that?
But I must admit the music is a little bit more of a mixed bag. Now before you draw your pitchforks and spear me, the music is incredible, except for the raptor lock-on music. What I mean by this is when a raptor sees you and is going for you, it plays the same audio track that kind of loops, and it's really irritating, and that kind of sucks. I wish there was a little bit more variance. I get that it's to make the player understand they're being chased, but all the lights also go red and you hear raptor noises and footsteps, so it's kind of obvious you're being chased. I feel like we could have had a bit of variety in there, but that's just a nitpick. Aside from that, the music is incredible, and I don't know if I can play any of it because I don't know if it's made for the game or if it's ripped straight from the films, and I don't want to get DMCA'd. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it. If you heard the Jurassic Park or World theme, you know what it's like, you know it's lovely, you know it's amazing, and it's used several times in this game, especially with the herbivores, to great effect, and I just stood there in awe. One last thing I want to mention actually is there is a dinosaur viewing gallery, and I wish more VR games had this, especially VR games with a lot of enemies, where you can go and view the dinosaur models up close. I was in absolute awe of this as well, just seeing the scale of these creatures up close, especially the Brachiosaurus, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's not an Apatosaurus. I think it's a Brachiosaur. But anyway, it's amazing. You're gonna have to take my word for this one as well though, because my mic was muted in this segment because I'm a very smart content creator. But yeah, it's awesome. But anyway, there you have it. That is my thoughts on the Jurassic World Aftermath collection for PSVR2. Once again, thanks for Coatsink for sending this game over. That hasn't influenced my thoughts in any way. As usual, I still have my problems with the game. I think it's too small scale, and I'd love to see a game where you can just explore the park. But I also understand it was made for Quest 2. There are going to be technical limitations, and for what they had to work with, this is a great game. I really enjoyed it. Sure, it might be a little repetitive and the environments are very similar at times and you get into the same segments over and over again, but there's a lot of good here, there really is. And I hope that the Jurassic World franchise gets another VR installation, maybe one more expansive and more adventurous, because I'd love to see a bigger scale game, especially considering these are dinosaurs. Show us more scale and in greater detail, even if it's made for PSVR2 and PCVR and it's not on Quest, just give us something. I'd love to see what we can do with this franchise with a lot of resources. That would be so cool to see. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps me out a whole lot and it's free. Anyway, thank you all for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next one.